Hi, guys. I'm Carol Palma. I am your host for today. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Jake Turner, who is a classmate of mine here at IMS, just to kind of get to know each other a little bit more as we've been getting to know each other throughout class. So now I'm just going to go a little bit more personal on air so we can all
More
get to
personal,
know
really. More
uh,
personal. Oh boy.
a little bit more about Mr. Jake Turner. So, Jake, I know that you love sports and that you
Yeah,
work in broadcasting currently, broadcasting sports.
hmm
But I want to know your first memory of sports when you realized that you enjoyed sports. I mean, I know as a boy you kind of just naturally get it, but do you have like that memory when you were a little boy that it just like, oh my God, I'm really good at this sport, or I really like this.
Well, it may sound like a Midwestern cliche, but it was pretty much my father. He coached my first ever football team in fifth grade, and we wore these black jerseys, had like a little panther on it. We had guys like Baker, Matt Kinsley, all that stuff, and we just really grew pretty well as a team. We were pretty good actually for a couple of years, and that was pretty much what I loved. I loved the preparation. I loved being coached up because one thing is when you get into sports, you should not be knowing every little thing. You
Mhm.
should be studying up on it. You should be playing it. You should be working out. You should be eating right. You should be prepping up anytime that you possibly can.
Okay, cool. And how old were you when you realized this?
I was maybe about 10, I'd have to say, about 10
Awesome.
years old. Yeah.
Is that like that's probably like the typical boy thing?
Yeah, it kind of was. So it was like that in Lakeville. We're kind of a football town, so.
Okay. So when you're not working, watching, playing, or talking sports, what are you doing? Like, what's something of complete opposite of sports that you enjoy?
Well, I like going to see movies. I'm kind
Okay.
of a filmophile. One of my favorite films of all time is like Heat, like films like North by Northwest. Just some of
Okay.
the many films I like going on, like reviewing them, because I feel like I got the mind of a film critic. Catching up on Netflix at times, go out, hang out with some friends, see
Okay.
some family.
Ever thought about getting into movie production other than sports?
I thought about trying to get into becoming a film critic, just like putting up 2 minute film reviews every week, every time I see a film. So I'm launching right now this show called The Film Room on Spreaker.com. So
Awesome. Okay. And IMS, what brought you here to IMS? What has been your biggest challenge while learning the broadcasting field? And also any things that you see that are going to be a struggle or
this
in
pretty
the
much
field?
it just goes back to my times in the military because when I was off the clock, I was pretty much working on my broadcasting. I got hired. I got worked by a broadcasting coach who taught me play-by-play, radio show production, stuff like that. So I had a lot of experience coming in, but I felt like I needed to get networking going, and that has always been my biggest flaw. Has been networking. I need to pretty much just like get out of my comfort zone, like
I
you've
can
tried to
relate.
do,
Yeah.
and just get my name out there. And I've been doing a pretty good job here since I got here. And I've realized that patience is number one. It's very key
Yeah.
to getting into this
Yeah. No.
very cutthroat
I can agree with you in a
industry.
lot of ways, but I think you're growing. You
Oh,
just need
thank
to
you.
get it
Thank
knocked
you.
out of you. So, guys, this is Jake Turner. I'm gonna stay tuned to our commercial here with your host Carol Palma, and let's check this out real quick.
Hey, look, we went in time.
I think they can hear
The United States has a problem with gun violence. We talk about it after mass shootings, but it's much more bigger than that. 470 people were killed alone this year. 60 of that was homicides. Since 1982, 200 shootings per day. Since 2012, 64 shootings per day. Now, 92 people are killed every single day. 30 of them are suicidal. 1.5 are mass shootings. Crime in America is much more lethal because there are guns in the US. This level of uniquely American problem is among the developing world. It's easy to get a gun in Illinois, in US. In other states, you have to get a license and give them a reason why you want a gun. America doesn't have a gun problem. It has several of them. Put the guns down.
Hey guys, and we're back. That was our commercial for the day. Getting back to our interviewee here with Jake Turner. I have a couple more questions for you before we
Couple
end the
more,
show.
really?
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't know if I have time, but okay.
We have a few more minutes.
Right.
If you could do anything in the world right now and just get up and go, and no ifs, no buts, just get up and go, what would you do? Where would it be, or where would you go?
Well, I guess I'd say like on a non-broadcasting, I'd say try to get in on Broadway or have an opportunity to be in a movie someday. I've always had a passion for acting as much as I have for film, so I pretty much got into that when I was in college.
So you would spend your day behind the studios.
Why? No, not behind the studios, more like in front of the camera.
Right.
I've always felt like I've had a good persona for that.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
A lot of universal praise. I don't know why, but hey, I'm still getting used to it.
Right, of course.
And then another one I'd have to say to be the radio voice of the Green Bay Packers. Wayne Larrabee does an amazing job, and I would love to be the successor to one of the greats like that. Because, like I said, I love doing it. I do play-by-play for high school football as well, so hopefully I get there someday.
Well, everybody would probably choose a vacation or something out of the ordinary.
I love working.
Jake Turner wants to be at work broadcasting. Amazing. I love it. One more question. If you could be president for a day, what would you change?
Plain and simple. The gun violence has to end in Chicago. That's how I feel. I believe also that the systematic racism that has gone in this country has got to come to an end, and as well the healthcare problems as well that needs to be fixed. The veterans need better care as well with the Veterans Affairs. So
pretty much we could go on and on
yeah,
about a list,
there is,
right?
But that's pretty much what I care because I'm a vet as well, and I really care for my fellow vets.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to interview
thank
with
you.
me
I
today.
appreciate your time.
Oh, awesome. So, guys, that was Jake Turner. And if they want to get in touch with you, where could they get in touch with you at or follow you?
Well, they can tweet me at Jake Turner Show. They can go to facebook.com/Mr. Turner Sports. You can go to speaker.com. I always have my podcast up there. There's actually a deep sports thought I want people to take a look at. It's been talking about pretty much the systematic racism that's been going on in sports. So there's a lot of ways to get a hold of me.
Awesome, guys. Jake Turner here.
All right.
I am Carol Palma, and this was our show for today. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Ciao.
Later.